dad pulled me aside at Christmas and said, "Your brother isn't who you think he is." He handed me an envelope and walked away. I stood in the hallway holding a manila envelope while my family laughed in the living room. Dad disappeared into the kitchen without another word. He'd been acting strange since the diagnosis. Stage 4, inoperable, maybe a year if treatment worked. He'd started giving things away, telling me where important documents were, making me promise to take care of Mom. This felt like another piece of that. I looked at the envelope, then at the living room where my brother Kyle was helping my nephew build Legos on the floor. Kyle, who still lived 20 minutes from our parents. Kyle, who never finished college and worked construction. Kyle, who I loved but couldn't help feeling sorry for. I tucked the envelope in my coat and rejoined the party. I opened it that night at my hotel. My wife was asleep, and I sat on the bed turning it over in my hands. Part of me didn't want to know. I finally pulled out a stack of papers that didn't make sense. The first was a letter from State University dated 18 years ago. "Congratulations, full academic scholarship, 4 years covered." The name at the top was Kyle's. I read it 3 times. Kyle never went to college. He'd enrolled in community college for 1 semester and dropped out. Said it wasn't for him. Everyone accepted Kyle wasn't the academic one. That was my role. I got the scholarship, the degree, the career. I got out. Underneath was Kyle's signed acceptance of the scholarship, then a withdrawal form dated 2 weeks later. He'd accepted and backed out before classes started. The next paper was a letter in my mother's handwriting. "My boys, I need to tell you something. The doctors say it's MS. They caught it early, but I'm going to need help. I don't want to be a burden. Please don't change your lives for me. Love, Mom." Dated the same month as Kyle's withdrawal. At the bottom was one more letter. "Kyle, to our father." The paper was worn soft, like it had been read hundreds of times over 18 years. "Dad, I know you'll try to talk me out of this. Please don't. Mom needs someone here, and we both know it can't be Marcus. He's got the scholarship now, and he's going to do something great with it. I already withdrew from state. I'm staying to find work close by. Promise me something. Don't tell Marcus. Don't tell Mom it was my choice. Let them think I wasn't ready for college. Let Marcus be successful without feeling guilty. He'll carry that weight forever if he knows. I don't want to be the reason he doesn't become everything he's supposed to be. I can handle being the one who didn't make it. Promise me, Dad. I love you. Kyle." My entire understanding of my family shattered and rebuilt into something I didn't recognize. Kyle got the scholarship first, the same one I received a year later. He gave it up 2 weeks after Mom's diagnosis because someone needed to stay home, and he decided it wouldn't be me. For 18 years, he'd worked construction and watched me graduate and get promoted and build a life he'd made possible. He came to my wedding and my kids' birthdays and never mentioned what he'd given up. He let me feel sorry for him, let our relatives whisper about wasted potential. He carried all of it so I wouldn't carry the guilt. My father kept the secret because Kyle asked him to. Now Dad was dying and couldn't leave without me knowing. I drove to Kyle's apartment the next morning, didn't call, just showed up holding the envelope with tears I couldn't stop. He opened the door and saw what I was holding. His face changed, not angry, just tired, like he'd been waiting 18 years for this conversation. "Dad promised," he said quietly. I asked why he did it, why he never told me, why he let me spend decades thinking I was better than him. He shrugged like it was obvious. "Because you would have stayed. You would have given up your scholarship and spent your whole life here. I couldn't let that happen. One of us was getting out. I made sure it was you. I told him we could have figured it out together." He shook his head. "You're here now. That's what matters. And Marcus, I'd do it again. Every single time. You're my little brother." I hugged him in his doorway and cried into his shoulder while he said it was okay, that he didn't regret anything, that watching me succeed was enough. I'm flying him out for New Year's, first class. It's not enough. It'll never be enough. But I'm going to spend whatever time Dad has left and every year after making sure Kyle knows his sacrifice wasn't invisible anymore, that the brother I thought wasn't who he seemed was always more than I deserved.